Hello, everybody, and welcome to our preview of the Solidarity Cup, which takes place on Saturday, which marks a return to cricket in South Africa, and with it also a debut of an entirely new format called three-team cricket, which I know off the bat sounds bizarre, and I mean, the more you read about the rules, it is very, very different. But you know, let's just try and keep an open mind. I'm trying to keep an open mind. I don't think it will ever become a particularly big format. I mean, it's not going to be a case of people are going to want to play lots of it, but if it's a 1 or 2 game scenario every year for, you know, an exhibition match, then, you know, why not? You know, a little bit of innovation never killed anybody, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you know what? CSA are trying something new. Let's just give them the benefit of the doubt for once, and let's just see how it goes. It could be a lot of fun. It could be a very straightforward and we like. We don't know until we see it. We'll have to wait and see on what happens on Saturday. But the big news is, in terms of team news, is that Kagiso Rabada and Tasanda Magala have had to pull out of the match. This is quite big because Rabada was supposed to be captaining the Kingfishers. They have been replaced by Tando Ntini, which is quite exciting. Obviously, Makai Ntini's son. He's been doing lots of good things at now the Cape Cobras, and Bjorn Fontaine and Gerald Katsia have all come in as well, because Chris Morris is also available. So the 3 players out are Rabada, Magala, and Chris Morris, and Tando Ntini come in, Bjorn Fontaine, and Gerald Katsia. So 2 very exciting young bowlers in Ntini and Katsia, which is quite cool, I think, and it'll be nice to see them play against some of the best players in South Africa. And then obviously Bjorn Fontaine, a seasoned performer at the Lions, he's been knocking on the sort of approaches draw for a while, sort of forcing himself into the selection. He's had some very good campaigns recently. So yeah, so if you look at let's just go through the teams. So the first one is the Kites. We're all birds here in this Solidarity Cup. I don't quite know why, but the Mr. D Food Kites are captained by Quinton de Kock. They have Themba Bavuma, John Smuts, Dave Miller, Dwayne Pretorius, Lucas Pamela, Bjorn Hendricks, Amnoch Nekia, and their coach is Wandile Gwabu, who recently won the CSA Coach of the Year. So yeah, I mean, it's in terms of, I mean, lots of explosiveness in that batting order. I mean, Quinton de Kock, an explosive batter. Themba Bavuma has been in really good form in T20 cricket. Also, what's quite important is obviously Quinton de Kock and Themba Bavuma will likely open the batting. They've been very good together. They're very good between the wickets. John Smuts in a 12-over game is not going to be doing much hanging around. He's not going to be doing a lot of running between the wickets. So yeah, especially to clear the boundary. Dave Miller as well, much the same. Explosive player. Dwayne Pretorius can be devastating with the bat if he really wants to. So batting-wise, very, very strong. I think pretty much a loaded batting side, really. I mean, bowling-wise, Bjorn Hendricks, left arm, Lucas Apamla, Amnoch Nokia, and Dwayne Pretorius are your seam options. So you've got some out-and-out pace with Nokia. Apamla isn't slow, but not quite the pace of Nokia. And then Bjorn Hendricks, a decent limited overs bowler. Dwayne Pretorius can be very... see, the problem is with Dwayne Pretorius, I think he's somebody that bowls very well to a field. And given the fact that there are only going to be 6 fielders and they all have to stay in demarcated zones because of the whole COVID restrictions, I think it's going to be quite difficult for him as a bowler. And John Smuts as well as a spinner, you know, not sure if we're going to see how much spin will work, because you can't really bowl to a field because there's so many gaps. So yeah, I mean, it's a case of you're going to want to, I mean, you can't afford to miss your length, your line, anything like that, because anything that's half a meter, that goes half a meter on either way of where normally your field is, you know, there's going to be a lot more gaps, so a lot more goal run scoring opportunities. But they've certainly got the power and the pace in terms of between the wickets, stuff like that, in their batting order. So yeah, I mean, it's decent. It's a decent side. And then if you look at the Outsurance Kingfishers, you then have Heinrich Klaassen, who will now be captaining the side, with Reza Hendricks, Janema Milan, Faf du Plessis, Tando Ntini, Dale Coetzee, Glenton Stearman, and Therese Shamsi. And their coach is Mignon Duprier, the women's Proteas player. So yeah, if you look at this team, probably the underdogs, because they've got all the youngsters plus Shamsi and Faf du Plessis. So I mean, Heinrich Klaassen very innovative batsman, which could work in this sort of format. Visa Hendricks can be devastating top of the order. We all saw how good Janneman Malan can be in terms of his ball striking ability. We saw that against Australia in that ODI earlier this year. Faf du Plessis will obviously be helping Klaasen with the captaincy. What's quite interesting is that they have very, very specifically not given any captaincy responsibility to Faf du Plessis. And I think that's a commitment by CSA to say, you know what, Faf, you're done being captain. You've served your time. You did do great things as a captain. We can't deny that. And I think they pretty much told him, we want you to keep playing for the Proteas, but we need to focus on your playing, which is good. And I think to get longevity out of one of our best batsmen, you know, in the 21st century is a good thing. And yeah, so I don't think that's a bad idea at all. And then in terms of the bowlers, Quentin Stearman, Tandon, Gerald Coetzee, lots and lots of inexperience there, but all exciting players. Tabiri Shamsi, obviously, we all know what he can do, and a good option there. But yeah, definitely the underdogs are the Kingfishers. And then the Takealot Eagles are captained by A.B. de Villiers, who makes his return to sort of, not really a Proteas setup, really, but I mean, it is a whole high performance squad. So one likes to think the fact that he's in the squad means he's hopefully mended some bridges with CSA and could be in the fold. And it's a good thing. I mean, for wherever you stand in terms of the reasons of him leaving and coming back, there's no doubt that A.B. de Villiers does strengthen South African cricket when he's in the setup. He is joined by Aiden Markram, Rassie van der Dussen, Carl Verheyen as the batsman, and then you've got Andile Pet, the choir as an all-rounder, Bjorn Fontaine, also an all-rounder, Junior Dalla, and Lungi Ngidi. So, yeah, immediately for me, the Kites are the other side that will be the favourites. I mean, obviously, the Takealot Eagles. I mean, the problem with this is that it's such a short game, and I mean, you've got 12 overs in an inning. So, A.B. de Villiers decides to be A.B. de Villiers. He can win that entire game by himself. It is a game where I mean, we've seen how T20 can come down to one performance. This format will exaggerate it. So it's all very well saying across the side, you know, for me, the Kites have probably got the best lineup. But it comes down to one player. You know, Quinton de Kock has a really good knock, or Heine Klaasen decides to have a really good knock. Faf du Plessis comes off on the day, and suddenly, you know, they're in the lead. So, yeah, I mean, interesting squads. I think if you look at the Eagles, their bowlers, I mean, Junior Dalla, that's good pace there. Lungi Ngidi, really, really controlled and can bowl well to the field. Peter Choir and his variations will be quite important. And then Bjorn Fontaine, I'm not sure how spin's going to go, but, you know, you never know. So, and I mean, fielding-wise, the Kites with Vilma and Miller in the field, that's a lot of pace and really good fielders there. For the Kingfishers, you've got Faf du Plessis, Janneman Malan's no slouch in the field, neither is Visa Hendricks. And then the Takealot Eagles, Carl Verheyen will be behind the stumps, which leaves Aiden Markram, Rassie van der Dussen, and A.B. de Villiers out in the field. So some reasonable athleticism there. And they will be coached by Jeffrey Toyana. So it's a difficult one to call. The Kites on paper for me are the favourites, but it's such a short format. You'll never know. So I mean, it's a good players. Lots of good players on display, and you know the fact that we won't see Rabada is a big disappointment. I mean, Chris Morris, we all seen him, we know what he can do, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm upset about Sazanda Magala because I think he's been touted as a really good bowler for the future. He's gone through a big, much like Lungi Ngidi, he had to go through a big fitness camp to lose some weight, and I mean he's a really talented and skillful bowler. Which is really useful in especially limited overs formats. So it's a pity we won't be able to see him, but some very exciting players in there. When you think of the likes of Stearman, Coetzee, Tandon, who all haven't had too much international, I mean, well, Coetzee and Tini are all uncapped. But, you know, two exciting players coming up there, you know, with a bit of experience. I've got A.B. de Villiers, who's back, you know, Lutus Apamla, Bjorn Hendricks, Anders Nokia. For me, that's a brilliant bowling lineup. There's just a lot of combinations here, which I think is going to make the match very interesting. We can't call it anything because we've got no idea what this format is going to bring us. But yeah, those are the teams. I think the Kites will it'll be between the Kites and the Eagles. On paper, I think those are the strongest sides. But don't rule out Kingfishers, especially with young players who now have a chance to sort of stake a claim. I mean, Gerald Coetzee and Tandon decide to go and bowl really well. Suddenly, I think those are two players who will play for the Proteas one day. It's inevitable. They're too good not to. Kutsia is out now pace. Tandantini has really progressed this last season. I mean, he was really good in the under-19s, but obviously there's the big question marks of, will he be as good as his dad and stuff like that, and is he there for all the right reasons? There's no doubt he is. He's a really good player and a very good bowler. And this last season, I think he's sort of shown that, he's not just a good player, but he can be a really good or a great player. Especially at first class level, he's trying to prove that. So I think there's a matter of time before he will play for the Proteas, same as Gerald Kutsia. So yeah, some exciting players. Good to see some players back. And I think at the end of the day, it's not about playing a traditional cricket tournament. It's a fundraising match. It's to help raise money for all the cricketers that have been heavily involved by the whole coronavirus situation. So at the end of the day, it's a 36 over match that's just there to celebrate cricket really and to mark the return. So the format for me, don't get hung up on it. Don't worry about it. Let's just watch. Just take every ball as it comes, and let's just enjoy every ball. Let's enjoy a few shots. Hopefully, we can see some good wickets, and it'll just be nice to see cricket back in South Africa. So yeah, if you haven't already, I'm doing a giveaway on Saturday. I'll be doing a live watch along of the match. So for those of you who can't watch, or even those that can watch, the match is being broadcast on SuperSport 202, and I haven't heard anything about any other broadcasting. So if you can't watch, I will be doing a live watch along with the scorecard and stuff. And even if you are watching, come and watch with me. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about Proteas selections, who's going to come where, what the story's going to be, and let's have a chat. And obviously with my giveaway, I'm going to be giving away a ODI shirt for the Proteas, and I'm going to be doing the draw live on Saturday during the watch along. So please make sure you like and you subscribe down below. You'll still be able to enter during the match, and I might even do a couple of different ways to get some last minute entries. So yeah, I will see everybody on Saturday. Please do make sure the coverage starts at 11:15 at South African Standard Time, so we'll start at the same time here on Saturday. Do come and watch along with me. Let's get into the comments. Let's have a conversation, and let's just celebrate that South African cricket is back. And yeah, let's just have a good time and enjoy. It is Nelson Mandela Day, so let's just enjoy the sport. Let's enjoy the players we have to watch, and let's try and be more optimistic about the future. We've got such a broad base of talent in South Africa, and so many youngsters coming through. But I think the future of South African cricket is very bright, and hopefully Saturday will just be a demonstration of the talent we have. And I mean, this is 24 players, excluding Rabada and Magala and Chris Morris. So you're looking at 24 players, up to 27 players who are going to be in the Proteas sort of set up in the future. So let's see where we are, and let's just enjoy a day full of cricket. So that's all from me for now, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content coming to you from Forever Sport. But until then, see you soon.